Use the teacher dashboard. To view student progress in a lesson that you've assigned, you can click into the lesson in a class, and this dashboard will show student progress on a lesson that you've assigned. So here we can see that student 1 has completed every section and they've actually turned this in. Student 2 hasn't opened the assignment yet. Student 3 has started on it, they've only made a little bit of progress here, and then student 4 has almost finished it. So these sections that are still gray, students haven't worked on them yet, and then students that are colored in are sections that students have completed, and then sections that are colored are sections that you've given feedback on as a teacher. So I can click into student 1's lesson. So this was the first question in this assignment. Students answered electrons. And down here in the bottom, you can see feedback. So we said you got it to the student and great job. So you can add different tags for students to give quick feedback or give more specific feedback down here. You can also see teacher notes for each of these sections. So here you can see the suggested answer for this section was electrons, and more specifically valence electrons. So for the student, we'll say you got it. Then there's a couple options here to navigate between questions. You can just click down to go to the next question. So student 1's, what are 5 ways to identify if a chemical reaction happened? You can see their answers here. Or we can really quickly jump to student 3. So student 2 hadn't started this lesson yet, so that's why student 3 is up here. We can go to their lesson. So we can see that student 3, yeah, they've started on this question, but they haven't quite finished it yet. But we could still give them some feedback, so almost there. Then we can jump to student 4. Looks like they just clicked the button and then didn't type anything in. So for them, maybe we'll give some feedback. Yeah, they're still working on it. We can go back to this progress view. At a quick glance, when you color code this feedback this way, you can see students 1 and 3 are doing pretty good. There's a couple blues, there's a green here. Student 4, they've just got that 1 still working on it. So as students work through this lesson and you give them feedback, you'll see this progress bar hopefully light up blue and green as students are successfully completing this assignment. And one other thing to note, before students turn in their assignments, you can go in here and see live changes as they're making them, but you can also make changes yourself. So if you think that some students maybe need a little bit of extra help, you can go in and give them a handwrite in their lesson. You could add additional sections for them. You can make changes as students are working in it. And changes for one student won't show up for all of the students at this point. Each of them have their own separate copies. So that is how you can review student progress in PocketLab Notebook.